Okay, so for this purple to black belt class, there's 4 things that we're going to be reviewing to help you prepare for promotion. One, we're going to be going over spinning back sidekick, a super important and valuable kick, probably the hardest hitting kick that you'll learn in martial arts, and we want to make sure that we get that from being okay to being pretty good or maybe even great. Right? We're going to be reviewing our form, right? Kata kick 2, right? Which is really a sequence of combinations. We're going to be breaking down the individual combinations, performing them at a high level, and then putting them back into doing the form. Right? We're going to be doing a little bit of a physical fitness check, right? To make sure that we're making our bodies stronger each and every day, right? And finally, we're going to be talking about generosity and sharing our time and our treasures and our talents at home with our family, right? During this, challenging time where we really want to make sure everybody's kind of getting along together and doing well, right? So we're going to get started with some warm-ups and we'll jump into class right after that. All right, so let's get started with our warm-up. This warm-up has got 5 moves. Each one is for about 30 seconds. The first one that we're going to do is what's called a tap down knee. I'm going to demonstrate it once, and then we'll get practicing. All you want to do is be in a fighting stance. You reach down towards your front shin, knee, foot, whatever it is. You don't want to make it a stretch. You just want to move a little bit, and then you come up and use your back knee. All right, so we're going to do 30 seconds of that. Right, it doesn't matter which leg you do because we're going to repeat the other side in just a second. Ready, set, and go. Tap down and come up. Tap down and come up. Now, as you're practicing this, it's a good idea to pick something that's on the floor in front of you, maybe like 5, 10 feet in front of you, that you look at the whole time. I don't want to snap my head down, snap my head up, snap my head down, snap my head up. That'll make me dizzy. Right? I want to pick something that's pretty static, right, that I can look at without fear of losing my balance. So just keep tapping down and up. Good. All right, so that's 30 seconds that one. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm going to turn sideways for this demonstration. Ready, set, and go. And tap down and come up. And again, I can't stress the importance enough of the idea of you want to move your muscles, but not really stretch your muscle. So if it feels like it's a stretch as you reach down, you're going too far, right? You just want to activate those muscles, wake them up, not rip them up. All right, so a few more seconds. 30 seconds, almost done. Getting a couple messages, always exciting. Good, and time. Okay, next we're going to jumping jacks. Now, I'm going to show you a couple different versions of jumping jacks. We have a regular jumping jack, which you're probably familiar with, and then we have a modified jumping jack, which is great if maybe jumping is not great for you in your environment, either because you have people underneath of you in your house you don't want to disturb, or maybe you have an injury that you're trying to train around. So we're going to do some jumping jacks. We'll start with the regular ones. Right. Just going like this. Good. Now, if I want to do a different version, right, all I can do is I just step 1 foot at a time, like that. Right. And again, this is not as intense as regular jumping jacks, so you won't feel it as much, but you are working the same kind of muscles that you use when you do a jumping jack, in terms of your adductors, your abductors, your shoulders, all that kind of stuff. All right, and we're going to call time on that one. Okay, so next thing that we're going to be doing, just turned off my timer, that's a bad decision, is we're going to be doing some hooks and crosses, right? We're going to be doing a lead hook and then a backhand cross. Doesn't matter which side you have in front. We're going to go for 30 seconds, then we're going to switch. Ready, set, go. Lead hook, backhand cross. Right? Now, as I'm doing this, the big thing we're looking for is the ability to rotate your hip, rotate your feet, rotate your shoulder, but not rotate your head. Right? Just like when we were doing those tap down knees, we want to look at one spot during our warm-ups, right, to maintain our balance. And that's generally true when you're throwing these punches, not as a warm-up, right? If I was throwing them, knock someone out, be the same idea, okay? So switch your legs, last warm-up move, 30 seconds, hooks and crosses. Ready, set, and go. Hook, cross, hook, cross, hook, cross. Turn and turn, turn and turn. Keep breathing, keep moving. Right, now it's a good idea as you're doing your warm-up to also work on your breathing timing. You want to breathe out as you punch out. Now I can't do it because I'm talking, but if you get used to breathing, you'll be able to get more reps in, get more energy out, feel a lot better. All right, so we're done with warm-ups. Let's get ready for the main part of class. Okay, folks, we're going to be working on spinning back sidekick today. Now, spinning back sidekick is probably the most powerful kick you learn in martial arts if you do it well, right? And the tricky part is doing it well, right? It hits really hard when done right. When done poorly, it does nothing, and you end up losing a whole heck of a lot of the time because your kick really exposes you to counterattacks, especially if you don't do it well. So I'm going to demonstrate it a couple times for you, right? The first thing I want you to be aware of today is we're going to be kicking and falling forward, right? So I'm going to be setting up my kick, landing forward just like that. I fall forward into the kick. I'll show it towards the screen once now. I step and I kick, boom, just like that towards you, right? We're going to do a quick review. We're going to do it about 10 times, and then we're going to get into a couple of the details that take your kick from being okay to being that very powerful, devastating spinning back side kick that can hit as hard as a car going about 35 miles an hour if you're really good at it. So with that being said, let's just do 10 kind of easy. Step across, turn, look, pick up and kick. That's one, right? So we're going to do 10 of these. Remember, it's step across, turn and look, pick up and kick. That's 2. We're going to do a bunch more. 3, step, turn, look, kick. That's 4. Keep going. Step, turn, look, kick. That's 5. Keep going. Now, if you're already pretty good at this and you want to work on a detail, go for it. If you're learning it, just kind of make sure you're doing the correct step. And 6, step, boom, and come back. I'm going to show a couple of these sideways. You're going to see the step happens with my lead foot, and I kick and I fall forward. I think we need 3 more. Step across, turn, look, pick up and kick. All right, we got 2 more of these coming up. Step across, turn, look, kick, boom. Got 1 more of these coming up. Step across, turn, look, boom. Okay, so we got our spinning back side kick on one side down. We're going to do 10 more on the other side, and then we're going to start working on those details that add to the power. So here we step across, turn, look, kick, fall forward. Right? It's 1, 2, step across, turn, look, kick, fall forward. You got 2, step across, turn, look, kick, fall forward. 3, keep working at it. 4, good. I got my legs confused for a second. That's what I get for thinking. 5, you should never think when you're kicking. That's actually not at all true. But you should be thinking about what you're kicking, not thinking about teaching, which is unfortunately what I was doing. We're going to do a couple more of these. 5 more, step across, turn, look, kick. Good, get back. I wasn't doing that side. We're doing this side. 4 more. Step across, turn, look, kick. Land forward. 3 more. Step across, turn, look, kick. Land forward. Reset. 2 more. Step across, turn, look, kick. Come back. 1 more. Step across, turn, look, kick. Okay. So we kind of just ran through that kick, right? Maybe you were self-leading and improving in some meaningful way. Now I want you to think about a couple of things when you do your kick. First of all, we're going to talk about the step across, right? So my lead foot, when it steps across, it's got to be positioning so that my other leg can kick properly, right? And there's 2 parts to this. One is when I step across, I don't want my foot to move back towards this foot, right? You can see this happen with a lot of people. They step and they kick. And what's happening there is you're actually taking away all your power because you're moving away from your target, right? If you ever try and throw a ball, if you're running backwards when you throw the ball, it doesn't go very far because you're just throwing with your limb instead of moving your weight into it. Versus if you move forward before you throw, you get more momentum. Same concept with a kick. I'm throwing my kick. I want to move my weight towards the target, right? And to do that, I have to step either flat across or even step a little bit forward to make it have more power as compared to stepping back. It's hard to kind of perceive that when I do it towards you, but the idea of I step towards my target will let me throw with more power, right, is very, very true. Okay, so we're going to do a few I want you to think about setting yourself up so there's some marker on the floor that you can use, right? Whether it be the edge of a carpet, or a rug rather, some arbitrary line like where tiles come together or whatever. And I want you to think about, in the very least, stepping so you're at the same line on the ground. Or perhaps even stepping slightly past it, right, as we do our spinning back side kick. All right? So hopefully you can find that spot. If you need to, take a minute, pause the thing, find a good spot on the floor. You could also create a line on the floor. You could take some painter's tape, put it on the floor. Talk to your parents. Use good stuff. Don't paint a line on your mom's new carpet. That would be bad. Right? Dad, you don't mind if I paint a line onto your brand new Oriental rug, do you? That'd be bad. Right? So we step across, turn, look, and kick out. Okay? And you can see that I kind of went a little bit further forward, right? And that helps me to generate more force as I do my kick. I'm going to go again. 2, step. You can see this foot's backwards, and kick. Boom. Right? Again, 3, step, kick, boom. And 4, step, kick, boom. That's 1 more. Step, and kick. Okay, now I want you to do 30 seconds at your own speed, right? So you can go ahead and start doing those spinning back side kicks. As you're doing your spinning back side kick, think about that step across. Go at your own speed, as much time as you need to do each individual kick. So maybe in these 30 seconds, you'll do 10. Maybe you'll do 2. But I want you to be very diligent about, am I stepping the right place that I can do my kick with good power, right? We have about 5 seconds left. Maybe you can get 1 more in. Okay, that's time. We're going to switch our legs. I'm going to do these moving towards you so you can see that. This will help you kind of see the movement of my foot going this way, right? As I'm stepping, I go past my other foot. Not just even, right, like a horse dance. I actually go past, so there's room for my leg to kick forward. All right, so we're going to do a few of these now. I'll do 5 with you, and then you'll have 30 seconds to go at your own speed. Step across, and kick, boom. Right, you got to kind of open the door so your leg can go straight at the target. Right, get out of the way so my leg can kick at you. That's 2. Again, step, get out of the way and kick. That's 3. Again, step, get out of the way. Right, so this leg can kick. Boom. Right, a lot of people, they don't step enough, and then their leg has to come around. We don't want that. We want to be able to go in a more straight line. Step, kick. Okay, let's do 2 more where I'll do it with you, and then you'll get to practice by yourself. Step across, turn, look, boom, extend that leg. 1 more, step across, turn, look, boom. Okay, so you're going to practice that for 30 seconds at your own speed. Ready, set, go. Again, maybe you're doing it fast, maybe you're doing it slow. The higher belt you are, the faster you should be able to do this. So you're brand new to a spinning back side kick. Maybe you're really thinking, double checking, maybe you're even fixing mistakes that you were doing and then doing it. Right? Maybe you've been practicing spinning back side kick for years and you're working on that maximum speed variety. That's perfectly fine. Right? You got 5 seconds to finish up. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay. The last thing we're going to think about with our spinning back side kick today is making sure that our kicking leg is actually straight, right? I see bunches of people when they go to do their spinning back side kick, they can't commit their leg. It's still bent, right? There are a couple things that contribute to that. 1, they didn't turn enough, right? They're here, maybe they're pointing their belly this way, they're still trying to kick high. Because their body's lined up weird, they can't get their leg to go straight, right? Another thing is they're just racing to try and do it, and they don't let their leg get all the way extended. We're going to really focus on letting our leg get straight, okay? If you're working on this and you need to kick low, that's perfectly fine. You'll be here, you can kick low, and just make sure that it gets all the way straight, right? If you want to kick higher and faster, that's fine as well. We're not going to spend as much time on this one, right? We're going to do a few on each side together. If you want to do extras because you were struggling to get your legs straight, fine. Pause this, practice by yourself. So we're going to step across, turn, look, kick, get your legs straight, and then fall forward. Make sure you feel it get straight. If you don't feel it get straight, you probably should pause this thing. So step across, turn, look, kick, get it straight, and fall forward. Right? A couple more, step across. I'm going to kick a little higher this time. Kick, make my legs straight. Make sure it gets all the way out there. If you're fighting to get it straight, you're not going to have the power that you need. Right? Step, turn, look, kick straight, and fall forward. Right? One more. Now we're actually kind of overemphasizing the straight here, but that's okay. Step, get it straight. Bring it back in, put it down. Okay. Do the other side, same idea. Really focus on getting that leg straight. We're going to do 5 together. Step across, turn, look, kick straight, and fall into it. All right, we'll do a couple low ones actually. Right? And if you're having a hard time with this, I recommend kicking low. Right? And learning the mechanics of getting your legs straight where it's easier to control. But if you're feeling better and better, and you're like, oh, I'm ready to kick higher, go for it. Make sure it gets straight, and then fall forward into it. Right? That indicates your body weight is shifting into the target. Ready, step across, kick straight, and fall forward. All right, I'm going to do one more a little bit higher. Ready, step across, kick straight, fall into it. Okay, so those are a couple of big parts of making your kick very, very powerful. Right? You can practice that as much as you need to or you want to, but for now, we're going to get moving into the next part of class. All right, so we're going to continue our discussion on generosity today. And we've been talking about generosity this month because it's a very important idea when we're talking about being able to stay with our family and keep everybody happy and healthy during a difficult time, right? So when we talk about generosity, we are talking about being generous with our talents, sharing our talents with someone else, sharing our time with someone else, or sharing our treasures with someone else. And when we talk about doing that with our family, what I've been asking students to do is try and do one thing where they feel like they're being generous with someone in their family every day, right? And I've been asking students to share that. First thing I want you to do is I want you to just take a few seconds and think about what you've been doing to be generous with someone in your family recently. Feel free to pause the video for a second if you need some time to think. I'll be right here. All right, so hopefully you came up with something that you've done already to be generous. What I want to do is I want to share some of the examples that students have been sharing in class with me, and maybe this will inspire you to follow in their footsteps and be a good member of your family. So first thing that I've been loving to hear is I've had a lot of kids who have been telling me about how they've been helping out with their little brother or their little sister, right? In particular when it comes to doing things like helping them with homework or helping them with other responsibilities around the house. So I've had some kids telling me like, oh yeah, you know, I was busy and I wanted to do something else, but I helped my sister with her homework so my parents could focus on whatever they had to do, right? They were working, they were on a phone call, whatever it was. And, you know, maybe you wanted to take that time to relax or to play a video game or whatever, but you still were generous with your time and you shared it with your sister, which was wonderful, or your brother, wonderful. So that's one thing that I've really liked. I've also heard a lot of people talking about the chores they've been pitching in on. You know, we're spending more time at home. There's a lot more things to do at home, right? Whether it be more cleaning, more cooking, more whatever, right? So pitching in, maybe you're making sure that you'll help with getting lunch ready. Maybe you're cleaning up lunch, because normally you're doing that at school, right? And now you're doing it at home, right? So you got to pitch in a little bit there, right? So those are some great ideas for you. I want you to try and think of some things that you'll be doing today or tomorrow if you're watching this at night to really show generosity with your family, because they're really important. They're the people you're seeing so much, and they're there for you in kind of the best of times and also the worst of times, right? So make sure you think about being generous with your family. But for now, we're going to get moving into the next part of class. All right, so we're going to run through kata kick 2. We're going to be reviewing pattern. We're going to try and make sure we can do the whole thing flowing back and forth. Right now, as we do this, there are a few different, well, really we're going to work on pattern, but we're going to work on a couple things as well. We're going to be talking about the height of our kick that we should be shooting for. We're also going to talk a little bit about where our base foot lands, right? Few items, right? So we're going to run through the entire form back and forth. We're going to just talk about pattern components. First up, set yourself up, right leg back. In a perfect world, you're set up in a room where you can go side to side and you can fit in the form. If you're running out of space, feel free to shuffle back and, try and do that, adjust. I'm not going to be kicking particularly fast throughout this pattern, right, to give you that moment to like, hey, let me shuffle back. All right, so starting off, right leg and back, right leg roundhouse kick. Land up, and now from here, right leg, lead leg, side kick. Right, step to open, left leg roundhouse, back step side kick with your left leg. And just turn around. Okay, left leg roundhouse kick, left leg, lead leg, side kick, step to open, right leg roundhouse, right leg, back step side kick. All right, second half of the form. Right leg roundhouse, left leg spinning back side kick, right leg front kick, left leg roundhouse, right leg spinning hook. I'm kind of getting that frame there. All right, going the other way. Left leg roundhouse, right leg spin back side kick. Ooh, lost my balance. Left leg front kick, right leg roundhouse, left leg spinning hook. Okay, so if you need to go through that to remember the pattern, feel free, pause, rewind, whatever. We're going to talk now about where we land, if we land open or closed. Quick clarification, fighting stance. Normally, if I'm facing you, you can see like daylight between my legs here, right? That's an open fighting stance or a normal fighting stance. When we're closed, we're here or even here, and you can start to see daylight the other way, okay? So make sure you know that because that's what we're going to be referencing now, talking about if we land open or closed or back on each kick. All right, so start off fighting stance, right leg and back. Let's all go together. Ready, and land closed, land closed, step to open, land closed, and when you turn, it kind of becomes open, right? Going the other way, land closed, step to open, land closed, and when you turn, once again, you're basically open. Going the other way, land closed, land open, land closed. Right, and this one is going to be land and back. Just to clarify that, I forgot to mention that earlier. My right foot is currently in back if I'm facing this way. When I do my spinning hook kick, it's going to land back here again. Landing back. By the way, that's the most common mistake people make in kata kick. Right? You turn around, I'm in my fighting stance, I'm going the other way. Ready? Land closed, land open, land closed, and land open. I'm sorry, land back. I meant to say land back, I apologize. Okay, so that's 2 turns around. Last time around, how high we kick, right? Now, generally, we're going to be talking a lot about head height. Head height can be chin, that's fine. Belt height, basically, about as high as your belly button, right? When you're doing like your roundhouse kicks and your front kicks, we say head height, if you can kick over your head, fine, cool, good for you. But I want you to be disciplined and not make your side kicks much higher, right? A side kick that gets up high is not really what we're shooting for in this form, right? So higher is not always better, okay? I'm going to do this one coming from the other side of the room, just to be different, right? Get a different point of view, right? So coming this way, head height, belt height. Open. Head height. Belt height. Head height. The pattern is, if it's a roundhouse kick, it's at head height. Belt height. If it's a side kick, it's at belt height. Open. Head height. No, it's every version of sidekick. Spinning back sidekick, lead leg sidekick, back step sidekick. They're all the same, all belt height. Coming back, head height. Belt height. Front kick is head height. Head height. Head height. And head height. Didn't feel good about that kick, but oh well, what do you do? I could go back and fix it, that's what I should do, but I'm trying to teach a class. Head height. Belt height. Head height. Head height. And head height. All right, so that's the pattern, the foot positioning as you land, and the height for the different kicks in kata kick two. If you had a hard time on a move, like I had a bad kick there, I didn't feel good about, go back and fix it, right? You can pause this thing, do it as many times as you need until you feel good about it, but for now, we're gonna move on to the next part of class. All right, so we're gonna be doing one of our brown belt conditioning challenges that we're doing for the month of April, right? This one has got 3 or 4 moves depending on how you count them. We've got Superman knees on 2 different legs, we've got lunge walks, and then we've got side-to-side roundhouse kicks. I'm gonna give you a quick example of how to do each, and then I'm gonna run through the drill with you, right? So first of all, Superman knee, I'll show you this one from the side first, and I'll show you straight ahead. You start with one knee up, like this. And then you go out into a Superman kind of position. The big thing you're shooting for there is to get your head about as low as your hips. Don't fall on your face, right? So I'll show you again. It's knee up, they get flat, and they come up. You can put your hands wherever you want. You can put them in front of you like Superman. You can put your hands behind you like Superman. Superman flies in all those different positions. Your hands can be any of those positions as well, right? I'm going to show you show you from the other side, right? The other leg. So I have my knee up, I get nice and flat, and I come up. Pro tip, when you do this, if you bend your bottom leg, it's a lot easier. Keep that really straight, it's kind of hard, okay? Bend that, helps you be stable. So that's the first move and the second move, right? Superman knees you're going to be doing some on each side. I'll go into the numbers in a minute. Next up, we got lunge walks. This is the hard part, right? No, I know, tiring, but not hard. You're going to take one foot, you're going to step forward, bring your knee close to the floor or touch the floor, stand up, switch to the other side like you walk, and then you go backwards. Knee down and knee down. Those 4 steps equals 1, all right? As you do it, you want your knee to either lightly touch or just barely miss the floor. You don't want to slam down into the floor, and you don't want to miss the floor by like 3 feet. Right. Look at these lunge walks, they're awesome. No, they're awful, right? And again, if you're hurting yourself, that's also a terrible sign. So I'll show you once from the side. I stand up kind of tall, I step forward, I let my knee barely touch, barely miss that time, barely touch. I go back, and I go back. And those 4 things equals 1. Last move is side-to-side roundhouse kicks. Now, in a perfect world, when you do side-to-side roundhouse kicks, you're moving about 6 feet each direction. But do the best that you can, right? If you don't have enough room to do that, just get a couple skips in, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to move that way, and you're going to kick with the leg that's kind of in the back, right? The one that's farther away, roundhouse kick forward. Then you go the other way. The leg that's kind of closer to the middle is the one that always kicks, right? You also want to make sure that when you do this, you kick straight ahead. Sometimes you see people do this. Kick over here, kick over here. That ain't the thing. Okay, so now we know how to do it. The question is, how many of those things are we going to do? Anyone who's a purple belt and below, you want to do 10, 10, 10, and then 50. If you are a higher belt, red, brown, and black, it's going to be 15, 1, 5, 15, 1, 5, 15 again, 1, 5, and then 70 side-to-side roundhouse kicks, right? So this is going to take us a little while to do. I'm going to be doing the orange, purple belt version of this, only do 10. I'm not going to be going super fast so I can talk you through and explain what to do. If you get ahead of me, awesome. Remember, it's Superman knee one side, Superman knee the other, lunge walk, then side-to-side roundhouse kicks. If I get ahead of you, that's fine. If you need to, you can pause this whenever you want. Catch your breath. Don't pause it for a long time. Don't take like a 30-minute break and go eat a donut or something, right? Like pause, finish your set, take a deep breath, and go back again. Okay, so hopefully we don't have any questions because it is showtime. I'm going to start my timer because I'm curious how long this is going to take us to do. All right, on your mark. Pick up a leg. Get set and go. One. Now I'm not going to try and count out loud because I don't want to disturb you. Once you hit your number, you switch your legs. Okay, I'm done with my Superman knees. Hopefully you are too. If you're not, that's okay. We got our lunge walks. Take your time. Remember, 4 steps equals 1. Full range of motion. Pause if you need to. But try not to if you can. Maybe you're beating me. I hope you're beating me. That'd be awesome. I was doing these all day yesterday. My legs feel good. If you're ahead of me, get ready for side-to-side roundhouse kicks. If you're still keeping up, good on you. My heart's beating. That's a good sign. I worry when it stops. Okay. Hopefully you're caught up. If not, that's okay. I'm gonna do a bunch of side-to-side roundhouse kicks. Ready? Go ahead. Wherever you are is right for you. Remember, purple and below, you did 10 of each of those. Now you're doing 50 of these. If you're a higher belt, 15 of each thing, and then 70 of these. Now I'm not really counting on this. I'm just keeping people company. So if you're already done, catch your breath. Get a sip of water. Do your thing. If you're not, keep going. I'm gonna do this with you for another minute, no matter how many kicks I have to do. Move those feet, kick straight ahead. Force yourself to kick up, at least as high as your belt. It doesn't have to be super high, but no baby kicks. Whew. Keep breathing. Remember, higher belts, going for 70. Lower belts, going for 50, 5-0. Almost there. Now, if you don't finish when time's up, pause it. Finish at your own pace. And like I said, if you're not finished, that's okay. The point isn't to be the fastest person. You're probably the fastest person in your room. The point is, get it done. Have some fun. You'll be the one. And I'm gonna call time there. Finish up if you are. Excellent. We're gonna get ready for the next part of class. Otherwise, pause this. I'll be here for you when you finish. All right, folks, it's time for our final game of the day. It's a little bit of a race between you and me, right? And the basics of what we're doing in this is you're gonna stand on one foot up in the air, one foot on the ground. Right? Hard to do, no feet in the ground. You're going to take the ball, you're going to pass it underneath your leg, like this. Just like that. I'll show you from the front view. Right, I'm here, I pass it underneath, bring it up, just like that. Okay? Now, the big trick to this is you're not allowed to put your foot down. If you put your foot down, you're disqualified for that particular race. You come right back in for the next round, right? Or if you drop the ball, once again, you're disqualified. Now, if you use a really small ball, this is really easy. If you use something that's bigger, it gets hard. If you use a giant ball, it's basically impossible, right? But what we want to do is you guys are going to race against me. If you get 5 times that you beat me, you win, right? You can end this, go on to whatever you're doing next. If you don't beat me 5 times, I win, ha ha ha, right? Now, you're going to get 8 tries, right? And you have to go 8 times. So you got to beat me most of the time, 5 out of 8, and you got to go 8 passes underneath of your leg, right? Take a deep breath, get yourself ready to race, because I don't like losing even if I don't even know if you've beaten me. So stand on one foot, on your mark, get set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, well, maybe you beat me, maybe you didn't. I was going pretty fast that time. Same thing, the other leg, just switch your legs. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now keep track of how many times you've beaten me. Maybe you beat me 1 time, maybe you beat me no times. That's okay. Switch to the other leg. Once you get to 5, you win. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. Maybe you beat me, maybe you didn't, I don't know. Got 5 more chances. Good luck. Other side. Ready? Raising to 8. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We're halfway there. I don't know how many points you got. We're going again. Ready? Set. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Maybe you beat me by now because that's 5 chances. You got 3 more to try and make it up if you haven't beat me yet. Ready? Foot up. Set. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, you got 2 more chances to beat me. Good luck to you. Here we go. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last round. We're going. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You made it. Okay, everybody. Great job today in class. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.